Are you ready, Jeffrey?
Let's do it.
150 lap.
And 1 to go.
Super late model. Fall Classic. On the pole, the number 14, Chris Klein. Dudes outside, Noah Gregson. The 27, Jay Beasley. 21, AJR Combs. 10R, Owen Riddle. The 99, Lenny White. The 15, Taylor Riddle. The 11, Dustin Nash. 17X, Justin Johnson. 75, Jeremy Dawes.
Well, we still got the lights out, so you're good. They were giving the 1 to go sign in the lights. I just wanted
50, Trevor Huddleston.
Okay.
The 10 of Rod Johnson Jr. starting 12. The 66B, Jeff Bischofberger, inside row number 7. 2's outside the 07 of Wade Bland. That's 14th place. The 24, Joey Bird, inside row 8. 2's outside the 70, Chris Trickle. Row 9 has an 83 of Braden Havens. And the 34, starting 18th of Kaylee Barker. Row 10, the 20 of Stan Mullis. And the 81, Daryl Midgley. Row 11 has the 08 of Jace Hansen, and the 46 of John Newhouse, and rounding out the last row, the 76, Dennis Rock, and the 90C of Trevor Cristiani.
Tommy, we saw some incredible battles in the B main event just to get in here.
Yes.
They've given the 1 to go twice now. I think
Third time's a charm.
we're having a lot of fun up here. And Tommy, this is the Senators Cup.
This is, and there he is with a green flag in hand. So, with that, he's going to be signing a big old check at the end of this one. $15,000. That's 15,000.
Oh, man.
0.00 cents.
There is your field. A beautiful field of super late models, Tommy.
We asked the coverage question on Race for X. Who is your pick? Do you want to answer now? We're going to read them off. 150 lap super late model finale. We go green.
All right, what are we going to see this year, Tommy? It's always wild. It's always crazy.
It is insane. We're going to expect a halfway break at 75. Right now, your early leader, Noah Gregson, in the number 7 machine. Though peeking to the inside, this is 14 of Chris Klein. Oh, contact! Into turn number 1, the 21H of Holmes gets into the back of the 27 of Beasley. That sends Holmes backwards. Beasley holds onto the spot. And we are side by side. This is us just settling in.
Tommy, there are only 148 laps to go. It's go time.
Unbelievable. I love this event. We're so happy to be here. And we are looking good here tonight. Lap number 3 of 150.
Looking at RJ Johnson, he had to start back at the back. Tommy, you talk about picking the wrong pill draw?
Yes.
Actually, no, he didn't actually, because he had to do heat race again.
He had to race his way through in the qualifying heat races.
He had a wild heat race restart. I asked him about it.
Battle for the lead.
It was just a matter of getting on the gas too hard.
No, Gregson's going to let the 14 inside. With that, the 27 of Beasley is going to make the move. So Gregson's going to slip back to the 3rd. And Lenny White putting pressure on the 10.
You think White wants to win this one again?
Of Riddle, of course. He's the defending champion out here. Riddle's going to slip back to 5th now. Let's while we've got some time, Justin Johnson to the inside. The 17X to the inside of the 15. That'll allow him to move up a spot.
Fast qualifier, Dustin Ash, Tommy. Now there's a guy who did not have a good field draw.
He started
Justin Johnson, Tommy, with a right front.
That could be from contact for the 15 of Riddle.
Take a look at it here as it goes by.
Taylor Riddle and him made some contact a couple laps ago. Dustin Ash, you said he's climbing. He started 8th here, so he's really not climbed that much. But
you're right.
He's had the most interesting fall classics we've seen out here.
Tommy, who typically has a lot of bad luck on this event?
The leader, Chris Klein. And Dustin Ash. Seems those two can never seal the deal out here. Even so that Chris Klein had won this event years ago and then was disqualified for being a few inches too wide. So he's won this before, but he hasn't technically won it.
I don't know. That smoke hasn't gotten any better on Justin Johnson.
No,
you do not want to lose right front.
Let's watch that. Nothing else is going on right now. Justin Johnson, this is way too early to have a tire issue. Lap number 11 of 150.
Oh boy!
Now, the way that this race goes is usually after the halfway break. It's carnage. It is crazy. It is wild. But you can't,
contact between your leaders.
Yeah, and you can't be banking on that. Klein gonna let the 27 go into turn number 1. He says, okay, I'm not gonna fight you. If you want it that bad, it's lap number 12. With that, Doss gets by White.
Do you really think that's what Chris Klein's saying?
No, but I'm just doing the nice broadcast.
You're doing the family appropriate version.
Yes, exactly. All right, Jeffrey, so let's take a minute. Everybody single file, everybody cruising technically right now. Cruising at over 100 miles an hour. 45 super late models showed up this weekend for this main event. Only 24 were able to take the green flag. Amazing car count, Jeffrey, this year.
Incredible, Tommy, and it's what we love to see. Last time we were here was in 2014, and that event had less cars.
Yes.
They're on the upswing in this event, and that's what we love to see. Jeremy Doss dives into the inside for second.
Doss, one of the winners out here at the Fall Classic, winner of 2014, I believe.
But Tommy, we got Jeremy Doss, he's won.
Yep.
We got Lenny White, he's won this event.
Jay Beasley, your leader, has done so well out here at this Bullring.
Another driver that tends to find some bad luck during this event. But Tommy, we got a lot of drivers that haven't won this event that people are like, oh, it's got to be their year.
Yes. Look at Justin Johnson still smoking down the back straight on the number 17 X Machine. He's trailing the number 21 of Eric Holmes right now. That is 8th and 9th, respectively. Holmes in 8th, Johnson in 9th, Dustin Ash in 7th.
And 2 battles on track. How about a change for the lead?
Doss gets by nice and clean, short and sweet pass. Jeremy Doss moves up into the lead. His teammate, Bischofberger, 13th on the track. For those of you cheering on the crew there. So Beasley in 2nd, 3rd spot, Lenny White 4th, Chris Klein 5th. Noah Gregson, who's now getting challenged to the inside by Dustin Ash. So Ash gonna move up to 5th. 6th place, Noah Gregson. 7th, Eric Holmes. 8th, Justin Johnson. 9th, the number 10 of Riddle, Lenny White, putting on the gas as he is up to the 2nd spot now.
I'm telling you, both these drivers know they can win this event.
Exactly,
but
Ash.
Only one can do it.
Ash on the back bumper, the number 14, Chris Klein.
Ash is climbing up.
Battle.
He's won this event 2 years. Or twice, I should say.
Battle for 4th, makes quick work of it. Klein almost going down on Gregson. They keep it off each other.
And Tommy, there's an actual really big rivalry right now happening between Klein and Gregson. As we heard during qualifying, we interviewed Noah Gregson during Chris Klein's run.
And Chris was not happy. We did cover most of Chris Klein's run, I believe. At least I think so. Lenny White, Jeffrey, putting the bumper to the 75. When I say putting the bumper, I don't mean he's Earnhardting him out of the way. I'm just saying he's tickling that bumper, letting him know, hey, buddy, I'm here.
Yeah, Earnhardt wasn't a tickler.
No, he was not a tickler. Lenny White right on that rear bumper cover, battle for 3rd.
Here
Dustin
comes Ash.
Easily he's going to let that one happen. Lenny White putting the pressure on Jeremy Doss.
How about this? First 25 laps of this event, all green.
Not surprising. Fall Classic seems to fall into a pattern. The first 75, the calm one. The second 75, buddy, I tell you what, we'll be lucky if we have 10 cars left at the end of this one. At least 10 cars on the late lap with fenders on it. Lenny White making a move to the inside for the lead. Lead change, lap number 27. Doss is going to look back to the inside, but Lenny White completes the pass out of turn number 4.
We had this conversation earlier, Tommy, about tour cars versus super late models. We just saw a battle between a tour car and a super late model. Super late model has taken the lead.
Well, Jeffrey, we had the Race FeedX coverage question. I'm going to read them off while we got some calm racing going on out here. The coverage question was, who are you picking to win the 150 lap, $15,000 to win super late model race here tonight? Richie Altman says the 99, Lenny White. Mark Irwin says the 14. Todd Hardesty says the 26. Oh, I just bumped it out of the way. Glenn says the 07. Eric Nascimento Jr. says Eric Holmes. Sherry Garber says the 10R of Owen Riddle and the 15 of Taylor Riddle. Lane Zerbin is picking the 81 to win, and Sonny Brooking says the 10R of Owen Riddle and Taylor Riddle in the 15. So we know you're out there. Go ahead and answer away. Low Budget TV on Facebook. That is our coverage question. Who is your pick to win? And Jeffrey, it's kind of all over the map on that.
Yeah, taking a look at Midgley. Further back in the pack, Tommy. We're 30 laps into this race. No one's gone a lap down.
No one has.
You have an exchange for position. We'll take a look at it here.
I'm taking a look, Jeffrey. We're still seeing smoke coming out of the 17X of Justin Johnson. Owen Riddle gets by in the number 10 machine. So move Owen up to 8th place now. Owen Riddle. Taylor Riddle is in 12th for those of you cheering on the Riddles. Joey Bird in the number 24 machine. Let's take a look to see where he started. 15th place starting spot. And he's in the 11th spot. So
taking a look at Klein, Tommy. That car looks like it's not so with him right now.
No.
Maybe a little loose.
So he's going to have to, on the halfway break, work in some adjustments for that 14. And I'd be curious, you know, if this is the only thing to complain about, then we don't have much of a gripe. But the infield used to be the pit area for the Fall Classic. Now the hot pit is in
the hot pit is.
Yeah.
As we have a battle. But that is not where they'll be pitting these cars. They will be in the infield.
Oh, okay, good. So never mind. This resolved my gripe. Well, it's tied over in turn number 4.
Justin might want to think about bumping.
Oh! Klein, we found his issue. He smacks into the wall. Turn number 2. Looks like he lost a tire. So you said he was loosening up? And
yeah.
The tire goes down. Jeffrey, an extension of his horrible luck this Fall Classic. Unbelievable. So he had to have had a tire going down. Our first caution lands on lap number 39 in this super late model feature.
Like Tommy said, now what they're going to be doing here, first 3 laps of yellow will be counted. After that, we stop counting yellows. Just, Tommy, we can't hammer it in enough about the bad luck that Chris Klein has at this event.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going into turn 1. Car's hurting. We saw the spotter already headed down. Just an unfortunate scenario for Chris Klein.
Taking a look at a replay, Jeffrey. Eric Holmes trailing the 14 machine of Chris Klein. No harm, no foul. That 14 just gonna.
Hey, he didn't
not
wreck.
that lap.
He didn't wreck this time.
That's right. But you can see, Jeffrey, the 14 having issues. He is up high, slipping back. There he is sideways again, leaning on that sidewall. No contact.
This must have gone quick, though.
It must have happened right here. And you can see he was hanging on to it.
It's weird,
as
though,
much as he can.
Because, Tommy, I mean, I don't see any tires down.
Could be a linkage in the suspension.
Just look at this as we slow-mo it here.
You see in the
it's right
puff
when
of
he gets
smoke.
off the gas.
See, oh, you see the puff of fire there, and the air looks like it's still in. So it could be rear end issues.
That thing just broke, just turned right around.
And this is that hopeless feeling right here that you know you're going to pound the wall a ton.
It's where you're hoping that wall's a lot farther away than you know it is.
But kablamo. Bummer.
It's just Chris.
Literally a bummer for that 14 driver.
So lap 41 now on the board. Now the way that pitting's going to work here, as explained in the drivers' meeting, is they've said if you guys need to pit, wait for the 3 laps. You can come in, you won't lose a lap. If you need to come in immediately, just ask for permission. If you ask for permission, you'll probably get it granted. If you're asking for forgiveness, you will not get it granted. Don't come in and think that we're just going to let you. Tommy, look at the dejection on Chris Klein.
Can't blame him. I'd be feeling the same way. Well, the bad luck continues, unfortunately, for Chris Klein. We asked you on our Race X coverage question.
You can see there's a camera on top of that car. That is one of our GoPros. So unfortunately, that's something that's probably going to make the highlight reel, Tommy. And there goes the hood.
And oh man, that's the second time that's happened this weekend.
I feel like it happens once a week at every short track.
Jeffrey Dustin Brower said, "Can I get one last shout out for Brock Denny for giving it his all, even with a slower car? Thumbs up? Yes. Okay, you can have it that time.
You're gonna give him that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him that one.
So what we'll probably do, Tommy, since we're gonna have that halfway break, is that is probably when we should see if we can grab that camera, because we know Chris Klein's gonna leave without us.
Very true.
We know how he is. He has got a long drive to go home.
Eric Nascimento Jr. messaged us a little bit ago saying, "Thank you for the shout out, greatly appreciated. Eric Holmes and Nascimento Motorsports won 3 years in a row at Madera's 10,000 to win 2 weeks ago. We hope we can get this one also." That'd be some big money going home for Christmas bonus, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Lisa Prosser Huddleston says, "Thank you, Low Budget TV, for streaming the race at the Bullring. We are rooting for Trevor Huddleston here in California. Go,
There's
Trev."
a surprise. There's a surprise.
I know, right? And then she adds on, "Trevor Huddleston for the win." So everybody at the Huddleston compound probably going crazy for Trevor here tonight. Trevor had a hell of a run in the late model race.
Yes.
Close, but no cigar after all that. Scott Lynch giving us a thumbs up.
And you know that Trevor loves to smoke cigars.
Huh?
You said he was close, but no cigar.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Even now it's confused. You're just like, when have you ever seen him smoke? He smokes?
Matthew Hicks, Trevor's going to clarify that is a tour car for Lenny White. Yes, it is.
My bad. My bad. Bad my.
Matt Douglas cheering on Taylor Riddle. Not Owen, just Taylor. All right, here we go for the restart. Field at the ready. Restart lap number 41. Go back to green.
Tommy, want to mention Justin Johnson did take advantage of that caution, pulled it in. They have pulled out the door from that tire, so they went to work on that thing, but he's back at the rear of the field.
He's going to have to climb his way, but hey, you know what? That caution came out at the right time for him.
Holy cow, Tommy. Can we point out that Dustin Nash has the biggest lead of the night?
Yes, that's true. Lenny White in the second spot. Third spot, Jay Beasley to the inside of 75 of Dawes. Gets by for the third spot. Trevor Huddleston working that outside of Eric Holmes.
Running out of room up there.
Yes, he is. Eric Holmes in fifth. Huddleston in sixth place. Riddle.
How about this move? The 15 machine on the outside.
Riddle's making that outside line work. Battle for seventh right now on the screen. Taylor Riddle in the 15 machine having to back it off.
A battle of the 10s.
The 10s battling. Bischofberger slamming that door shut. 3 wide. Here comes Trickle to the inside. And Christiani as well. Justin Johnson in the middle of all this, carrying our Low Budget TV GoPro camera. Who knows what he's seeing right now.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll be editing all that into our main footage here in just a little bit.
Gregson on the inside of Beasley. Woo. Okay, speaking of Johnson, he just went 3 wide.
Jeffrey Owen Riddle seems to have an issue. That 10 car is slipping back all the way to the tail of the field. Owen Riddle started in the 5th spot.
Tommy, we haven't seen any cars go a lap down here in this race while racing. We obviously have Klein that's fallen out, but that 10 machine is at risk. He's off the pace. On
the pace that he's on, he's going a lap down.
Keep an eye on what's going on there. Battle up here. The other Riddle.
Taylor Riddle to the inside of Huddleston. This is a battle for the 6th spot. 7th, I apologize. Laney White starting to trying to close on in. Shaving that time down to Dustin Ash's number 11 machine. Oh, and turn number 4, Kaylee Barker and Newhouse making contact. We're going to see it again.
Barker racing her way in the heat races.
I see our leader picked up some souvenir on his left rear spoiler. You can zoom in and see it. The left rear spoiler picking up something. Looks like a roll of duct tape or something going. Oh, trouble in turn number 2. Oil down Midgley, and your leader's going to spin it out and almost clip Barker.
Wow.
Midgley looking like he blew up into turn number 1. Johnson around, Barker around. Unbelievable.
Tommy, did you see that whole incident? Because I know
No.
on camera that did. Hey, finally we can put those stationary cameras we set up all weekend long to use.
All right, Jeffrey.
This
big
is gonna,
not a lot of big impacts, but definitely a lot of issues over in the corner.
Yeah, this will bring out a red flag. Tommy, I'm going to, if things go without me.
Okay. You sure you don't want to wait till halfway?
Yeah. I'm thinking this is going to be a lengthy one. There's a lot of oil.
You're right. So I'm pulling up a replay right now. Of this wild issue over in turn. We are completely red. Motor shut off. Take a look at a replay. All right, so here's our stationary camera pointing at turn number 1 and 2. Let's see what happens here. Here comes your leaders into the shot. Our replay cameras, we saved them just for this when we wouldn't capture. Look at Midgley coming in, blowing it up, and everybody sliding in. Barker getting the worst end of it. Here's Ash spinning it out and almost capturing the side of Barker. Let's take a look at this one again. Midgley's going to come into his frame right there. Looks like he just grenaded that engine. Oil and water spitting out all underneath that car. Justin Johnson right behind, literally having nowhere to go. Barker in the bright blue number 34. She's going to go right into the trail of fluid. And they're sliding up the track and into Midgley and into the wall for Barker. And you can see Ash literally following the trail of fluid. He's caught off by surprise, hammers the throttle, and loops it around and nearly gets into Barker. That was wild. Here it is again at speed. Everybody hitting the oil and spinning out. Amazing. Ash literally could have been caught up in disaster. He still technically was. But lucky he held on to the lead in that one. So you can see track cleanup underway over in the corner. A lot of speed to drive down. And with that, we're going to be red for a little bit after all this speedy dry being applied. Lap number 53 of 150.
Over in the stockyards, thank you, appreciate it. Big thanks to all of you for making this year another tremendous.
John Vallone, if I'm saying that last name correctly, saying everyone at the Brown Racing Garage wants David Garber to win the super late model race. Come on, you have to announce it from Spokane. Okay, you got us. You got us to give us your shout-outs. We're loving all your shout-outs. Donald gives us another thumbs up.
Winner of the 150 lap race. Reminder, we've still got another race coming up.
That's a crop over there in turn number 1 that they're laying down.
We'll have the West Coast Short Track Championships, the SRL Spears Southwest Tours.
You see the tractor working in all that speedy dry. So you've got some time, folks, for those of you watching here live. It's going to be a little bit of a cleanup, so go ahead and pop some more popcorn, make another sandwich, grill up another burger. Okay, maybe not that much time. But at least pop another cold one and hang out.
Adventure here was nice and easy. There was no problems for me.
Yeah, very true.
So I don't know what happened to you, man. Low budget. Now the best part too was Tommy then had to get there early in the morning the next day because they were like, well, we're also going to get rid of your room.
Well, yeah, since you didn't check in, that's a no-show. So your room is open until you come and check in. I'm like, great, thank you. So I haul butt down to Vegas to check into the not worst. It's not a bad hotel room. It's just a low budget, just like us.
It's just the worst we've been to.
No, we've been to Motel 6.
Oh, now we're name calling.
Sorry.
All right, so
I think just to wrap this one up, maybe this should be the Race for X coverage question. What is the worst hotel you've been to? No, I'm kidding. I mean, go ahead. You can message us. You can comment. We're having a good time tonight. Folks, we want you to feel like you are in the stands with us. That's the beauty of Low Budget TV. By the fans, for the fans. And we hope that you're having a good time with us here tonight.
vote for us in 2016.
But the most low budget hotel I've ever been to was Hanford at a Motel 6. Motel 6
I with you
in
in that
Hanford,
one?
California. No, the door was broke, but the door had already been kicked in. So the door would not lock because the door plate that the lock bolts into was off by 1.5 inches.
Well, for the record, our hotel, I noticed that there were hammer marks on the
You're
doorknob
right.
in
Yeah,
the
you're right.
bathroom, and I'm trying to figure out, someone really messed up.
Someone had to go.
Taking a look here, returning to the racetrack.
We could tell you some low budget stories, and that's definitely what built us, is our low budgetness. Hence the low budget TV. Yeah, we might have upped our game a little bit in the last 10 years. It's been a fun 10 years so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes, And it's all driven by you, the viewers. So thank you all again for tuning in with us live here on Race for X. And all the other times you've seen, we've got a YouTube channel, we got our Facebook page. We use Twitter barely, and we don't even use Instagram, but we have one anyways.
Yeah, and we love posting highlights. We'd love it if you guys join us. I was talking about how next weekend Low Budget TV is going to be out in Tulare.
Dirt track race.
Big ol' show.
Yeah, 2 nights of the Dirt Nationals, so if you like some dirt track racing, join us online, but we'd rather you at the racetrack with us.
Yeah. Or, Tommy, if you're strictly asphalt fan.
Oh, you've got a show to see in 2
weeks.
Orange Show Speedway, the annual 300 lap. You heard me right, you just don't know what we're racing. 300 laps at Orange Show Speedway. Outlaw figure 8 action. Jeffrey, we get cars from Kentucky, Indianapolis, Washington, and the locals in California battling out there on the quarter-mile short track figure 8. It is the most incredible show that we've been to as far as broadcasting, because you don't know exactly where to look except for you. We almost, as a spectator, it's just mesmerizing watching the intersection, and these guys driving figure 8 cars that are as expensive as what you're seeing here tonight, and it's just the most unbelievable form of skill you'll ever see a race car driver do.
Kind of cycling through the field. I think everyone behind Rock in the 76 machine may have come into pit, or he just got a spot back, because I saw Newhouse also come back out in that area.
Let me give you a top 10, if I may.
Please do. We just cycled through the whole field. Here comes your last car, Justin
That's
Johnson.
right.
Everyone's on the lead lap that's on the track.
I can only imagine the breath, the exhale that Dustin Ash made when he spun towards Kaylee Barker.
I thought they were going to hit.
Me too. I thought it was guaranteed, and that would have, again, added the luck of Dustin Ash here for this event, much like Chris Klein had.
Now, Tommy, that being said, you see the 11 machine has been given a spot back.
Dustin Ash, your leader. Second spot, Lenny White in the number 99. Third spot, Jeremy Doss in his number 75. Fourth spot, the number 7 of Noah Gregson. Fifth, the number 21 of Eric Holmes. Sixth place, the number 27 of Jay Beasley. Seventh, the number 15 of Taylor Riddle. Eighth place, the number 50 of Trevor Huddleston. Ninth, how about Mr. Bird, the number 24?
He's flying.
He's flying up here. Started 15th, and Joey Bird in the number 24. 10th place, the number 66 of Jeff Bischofberger. 11th, another car with our camera. Trickle in the number 70.
Oh, you did put a camera.
I stuck one on there.
I never got to ask. I didn't even think about it.
Chris Trickle in the number 70.
Oh, yeah. And on outside of him is the number 10 machine carrying another one.
Of Rod Johnson Jr. That is your top 12. Christiani in the 90C right behind. So here we go. Restart after the lengthy cleanup.
You ready to go back to racing, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go.
We're back to green. Green flag is waving. Ash with a great restart over Laney White. Tiptoeing into turns number 1 and 2. Looks like everything's clean as we race out of turn number 2. Ash, your leader.
Now, is it possible, Tommy, that we saw Dustin Ash with a huge lead? Are some of these drivers just content knowing that that halfway break is coming out? They're wild back here.
Yeah, it's getting wild. The 07 sideways. That's the 07 who has had some interesting weekend. Wade Bland.
Woo! Contact between Holmes and the 99 of White.
Oh, and up the track, the 75 of Doss. He's going to make it back to third.
I told you, Tommy, there are 95 laps to go. It's time to go.
Doors slamming over in the corner. Jeremy Doss, who is leading this event not long
contact.
ago. Jeffrey, it seems like there might be a slick spot down low.
And these drivers are trying to use it to their advantage. Here comes Gregson for the third spot.
These cars are hustling these cars around. These drivers are hustling the cars. But let's take a look back and down into turns 1 and 2. Lenny White gets by. Everybody good. They're just driving hard here right now.
Maybe it is. Again, we mentioned the halfway breaks coming up, Tommy.
Yep.
And a lot of smoke now coming from the 17 machine of Justin Johnson.
He's had an uphill battle since the tire rub. You can see it smoking on the right front again. He's to the inside of Newhouse. Newhouse having to hit the brakes.
And the problem here is now it's smoking down the straightaway.
Yeah, so it's revving 100% of this lap. Lap number 59, it'll be 15 until the halfway break as they cross the stripe. That car is bumper to bumper. Gregson in third, getting some pressure now from Doss. He's looking to the inside down into turn number 3. Side by side and through turns 3 and 4, Doss will take the spot. Still Gregson challenging on the high side. Gregson's gonna go back in line.
Now Eric Holmes kind of on the rebound after getting nudged back, Tommy. We talk about the preferred groove. It's the inside line here.
Very true.
You get stuck on that outside with this train of cars that you see here. It's not gonna go away quick. And Holmes lost 3 or 4 positions. Now trying to work his way up. Just got past Riddle in the 15. He's on the bumper of Huddleston.
Huddleston putting himself in a good spot here for the halfway break coming up.
And we're not even halfway.
No, we're not.
If you think these drivers are giving it their all right now, just wait.
Huddleston now looking to the inside of Beasley into turn number 3. He is side by side, battle for 5th. Huddleston up into the top 5 now in the number 50 machine, and Holmes now to Beasley's inside. So Beasley's going to move back 2 spots on that outside lane. Now he's going to look for a crossover. Can't get it done out of turn 4.
Change of position here between Christiani, a B-main bomber, and the 08.
Christiani,
B-main bomber.
Christiani literally starting at the tail end of this field, 24 of 24th place starting spot.
Well, Ash took away or picked up a lead.
And Lenny White's not that far behind him, Jeffrey. Only about a car length or two behind the 11 machine.
And we have a halfway break coming up, Tommy, but that does not mean that you're going to see these drivers putting new tires on or going under the hood.
Correct.
The strict rules. Nothing that requires you to jack up the car can be done. All you can do is refuel the car, give the driver some water, maybe clean off the windshield.
Maybe
Make
add
some adjustments here.
Yeah.
Like, they'll probably be working on Johnson's fender and door area.
Very true. Well, but, you know, they're going to have to focus a lot of time. But for Johnson, if they inspect that tire and it's pretty worn down, you might as well take the hit and start 5 cars behind where you're at now.
He might not even have a door by the halfway point.
Very true.
Here's your leaders. White is closing in on Ash. Is Ash starting to lit up, do you think, a little bit?
I don't know. These two might be playing each other's games a little bit. But they are so far ahead. They're about a third of a straightaway over the third spot of Doss. You see him just exiting turn number 4.
And Eric Holmes has gotten around Huddleston, pushing him out of the top 5 and putting Holmes in it. This is the first time we're really seeing lap traffic start to be viewed by your leaders. And this is a tight little pack going into turn.
Well, unless anything happens, it looks like Dennis Rock might be at the chance of going one lap down. Our first car that's running on track to go a lap down here this evening.
If you're on the lead lap by that halfway point, you have a shot at winning this race.
Yes,
Plus, we have the lucky dog. Rock going down a lap now. Still a good chance that he could get a lucky dog.
You're right. You're right, but it is lap number 74 at the stripe. And remember, all drivers have to cross the line for their 75th lap before the brake comes out.
And that, like they said, they will throw it when they need to. Wow, that's a green flame coming out of the 15 machine. That's interesting.
Yellow is out. So there it is, halfway break. I lied.
So
everybody had to cross lap 74. Technically slash.
That was an interesting flame by the 15.
So Dennis Rock will stay on the lead lap.
Well, there you go. So all I'm trying to say is 20 cars can win this race.
You're right.
But this is, Tommy, this has been really competitive. We don't usually see this many cars on the lead lap at this point.
Yeah, exactly, Jeffrey. It's been quite the race, and nobody really leaving each other either, other than your top 2. But remember, there was some contact made around that area to break them up a little bit.
Now, here's how you're going to see it, folks. The lines at Disneyland have opened.
Gates are open.
And there's no fast passes.
Technically.
So all these crew members, they get to bring down all of their stuff. Tommy, if I'm correct, we only have one of our camera cars that have fallen out of this race.
Yes.
Still a lot of cars in this race.
And we're going to take a look at one of our camera cars onboard footage once we're under brake. Don't worry, we're not going to skip out anything. But we are going to dial back and see the onboard roof camera footage of Klein and the 14 machine backing it into the wall.
Now, I'm interested, Tommy, from your knowledge, what do you think are some of the biggest adjustments you can make for your setup if you can't jack up the car?
Tire pressures for a little bit. Maybe you adjust those tire pressures for the longer runs, maybe for the shorter runs. This is almost a gamble, Jeffrey, because now is the point of the race where we see those cautions. Caution, caution, caution. Wreck after spin, after crash, after wreck, after engine, after trans, after rear ends. It's an attrition race here at the Bullring. After the halfway break, folks, hopefully I'm wrong, but I can almost put my money on it. It's like gambling the field for Talladega.
Now Johnson pulling it off.
Not a surprise, though. He might be doing what I said. It's maybe worth the risk, worth the hit for Johnson to pull it off the track.
Okay, so I lied. I don't think they're going in the infield.
I think the infield's, or the pit area is coming to them.
Yes. That's nice. Lazy drivers.
Well, you know, you got to give them a break, too. They're sitting the whole time.
Oh.
I mean, what's the hardest thing they got to do? Turn left?
If anyone is getting concerned, we've done racing ourselves.
Yeah,
we fully do appreciate. We used to do, what, 20 lap main events?
35. What are you talking
we
about,
did
man?
35 lap main events?
35 lap races.
I
at
just knew
Irwindale
I was
Speedway.
tired.
We raced 35 laps plus practice at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, here we go. Green
Qualified.
flag is out.
There it is.
It's the Mad Dash. It's kind of like when you have, like, this kind of reminds me of what it's going to look like on Black Friday.
Jeffrey, this is what it looks like when a tour bus enters in and out in California.
You're right.
when that tour bus opens the doors. All right, well, while this is going on, you can scan the pit area to see. I see Gregson getting some adjustment to his jacking up the car a little bit. Not under the door, jacking up the wedge. Putting some cross in the number 7 machine.
There's some adjustments they can do. Talked about springs and whatnot. Ooh, doggy. Tire pressures.
I mean, there are some adjustments, but you can't really do too much if
And
you can't jack up the car. I mean, it's not like you're going to make a wholesale change.
Is now a good time to mention that we've seen cars run out of fuel in this event?
Oh, yes.
Sometimes drivers and teams will push it to the limit. Maybe their cars handle better as the back end becomes lighter.
Well, I'm going to dial up the Chris Klein onboard footage, onboard footage, as you're scanning the infield there.
I hear a helicopter. Oh, wow, Tommy. Here's a little update.
Oh, flat right rear for Riddle. Taylor Riddle in the 15 with a flat right rear.
But if you're going to have it, this was the time to have it. Wow. I think this guy's, he's putting fuel in the car. I thought he was petting the car. I thought he was trying to make it feel better. So you've been good. Keep it up. See, what's fun, folks, is you talk about strategy in racing. These 150 lap races, total strategy involved. And now we get to see what drivers have been kind of just hanging back, being quiet.
Very true.
You know, hey, we're just a 10th place car.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to buy that.
All right, Jeffrey, let's dial up this replay here
Let's take a look.
of Chris Klein's roof camera footage that we just got hot off the car.
So here's Klein. Now remember, he was. It looked like, from our perspective, that he was very loose, Tommy. Obviously, if there was any form of oil, you can actually see our screen, which I think we had wiped before.
We did. Look at, he's loose. He's sideways, fighting that car out of the corner to his inside of his Holmes in the 21 machine, and sideways again into turn 3. And it's going to get a whole lot interesting heading down into turn number 1. To me, it seems like big issues. You can see the sparks flying. He's hard on the brakes, slams into the wall.
This one he'll be filling tomorrow. Again, Chris Klein, we talk about it a lot, Tommy. Just not able to get good luck on this event.
Definitely not. And you see that car make a big old slide. To me, it doesn't seem like oil, but he was behind the wheel. If there's oil, Jeffrey, I would imagine that it was probably from under his car.
He said it was on the track.
But that's the thing, is we're up here and he's down there. He wins, we lose. We're just holding the camera. He's holding the car.
Well, yeah, but he can't argue with us.
That's true. Hey, that's right.
That's right.
But
we are.
No one. See, the problem is no one else was having that issue previously.
I hear you. But at this point in the race, too, there weren't a lot of cars up in that upper lane.
That's true.
The thing is that if there was oil on the track, whose was it? Because we know Midgley blew up, but that was another 20 laps later. And I just, I'm. Obviously, he had a slick spot.
Slamming into the wall. Driver's side impact, never a fun one when you feel that the next day.
You know, Chris paid us a really nice compliment, though. When I walked over, of course, I was thinking, oh, man, he's going to be upset. He's going to be pissed. But he took the time to say, hey, I love you guys.
That's awesome.
He basically, he was saying that he appreciates everything we do. And I was like, oh, you're just buttering us up.
He's just buttering us up.
Because he's known us for a long time, Tommy. When we, here we go.
This is all the behind-the-scenes stuff that I cut out when we're editing. There's Chris there. in the royal purple fire suit. They're hooking up the car.
Yeah, just unfortunate event there, taking Chris Klein out of it. This is how fast the tow truck works here at Las Vegas.
Sometimes. And into the pit area, behind the pits.
You got to be careful. Chris Klein might moon the camera or something.
That's true. Looking for the pit spot. It'll be right here.
You know what, Tommy?
What?
You see where he's at? Look to the right of the screen.
There he is.
Yeah, he's there. But here's what I'm wondering. Why didn't he pull the transponder off and hop on that bike?
Yeah, what the heck?
Like, Chris, come on.
He could have jumped on that cruiser there. He's smarter than that.
Yeah.
And done.
Done.
Well, back to live. And Chris Klein, unfortunate. His streak of bad luck continues here at the Bullring Fall Classic. You're taking a look at everybody kind of doing their final adjustments. I'm going to go get a water. Do you want one?
Oh, yeah. Put some fluid in me, Louie. Well, the crew guys working their way off. So we get ready to go. This has just been kind of a preview show. You can almost think of this as two 75-lap races, but the first 75 is this, setting up what's about to happen. We've seen Dustin Ash make his move, make his noise, make it clear that he's here to win it. The 99 machine of Lenny White, that car's fast too. Everyone behind them, we'll see what games they've been playing. It's going to come down to it. The last 75 laps, you're not going to hold anything back. Yes, you could set yourself up, pick up spots. You don't want to have to work from the back of the pack forward like we're going to see some of these drivers have to do. We saw some flat tires hit Riddle, and we believe Justin Johnson might be changing a tire as well due to their tire rub.
2 minutes left. 2-minute warning.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left to go for these guys to finish up what they're doing. Cars are refueled. Tire pressures are checked. These drivers are getting ready to go for the final 75 laps of the 2016 Fall Classic. Just not worry about it.
All right, here we go for the restart. Lap 75, back from halfway.
Dustin Ash, our leader. Oh, man. Thought they were going to have contact up there amongst your top two. Lenny White wants to take over the lead, and contact between Ash and White.
Oh.
I told you.
Yep.
It's going to be a tale of two races, Tommy. We're there.
After halfway, we're going to let it all hang out.
On his bumper, bumping him, nudging him through the turn. Ash wants the lead back. At this point, do you think the 75, he's just like, you guys sort this out?
Yeah, definitely. Joey Bird on the move in the number 24.
He's looking to the inside of Noah Gregson. Gregson trying to hold it. Here comes Ash again to the inside for the lead. They're door-to-door into turn number 3. Side by side, Doss wants to follow through. The wick has been cranked to maximum.
We are racing here at the Bullring. Lenny White's going to check up, allow Doss by.
Oh, man, that's a bumper tag right
yeah.
there. Eric Holmes to the inside. Doss is looking to the inside of Ash for the lead. Side by side into turn number 3. And
side by side by side.
Doss is going to take over the lead. Battle for third into turn number 1.
Holmes fighting down low. Lenny White slipping back to 4th now. Oh, White with a bumper though.
Oh yeah.
Scooting him out of the way.
Aggression is going to crank up. Huddleston nudges the back end of Holmes.
We are short track racing.
Yes, we are.
Up here, Ash and Doss. The top two on the screen right now.
Yeah, White going to try to reel them back in. Look at this. Ash under the back end of Doss into turn number 3. Now they go wheel to wheel, door to door, and contact down the front straightaway. I'm sorry, was it 10 laps ago or 75?
No, we're past halfway. In fact, the scoreboard broke.
It did break, which means I'm going to need race monitor. Holy guacamole. As the late Mike Mosier would say, Ash has the lead. Doss took it, and it was taken from him. Further back, Bird has Bischofberger on his rear bumper. Battle for 7th. Behind them, Beasley and Rod Johnson Jr., 8th, 9th, 10th. 10th is the 10. Oh, contact out of turn number 4. Johnson getting door slammed by Trickle in the 70 machine.
So our 2 camera cars of the bunch find a way to hit each other.
It sometimes works out that way, doesn't it? Woo, hot on the binders was the 10 machine of Johnson. Closed in on Beasley.
Newhouse there in the 46 trying to battle with the 76 of Rock. These 2 are the ones that were lucky before the halfway break of going lap down. Got the 83 Jeffrey. Been quiet and consistent in front of Dennis Rock. Jeffrey, the 83.
Braden Havens.
Braden Havens.
Exchange for position. Turn number 1. It's the 10 machine. Rod Johnson Jr. has gotten around Beasley.
Christiani. A B-main bomber literally started 24th on the field, the dead last spot. He's up.
Hey!
In the battles.
Lenny White. Just reminding us, I can win this event.
He's done it before.
The top 3 have done it before, Tommy. They're all going for it. Only one's going to take home that $15,000 check and trophy tonight.
Rock gets by Havens in the 83 machine. Newhouse in tow.
I got to give credit to the driver moving his way into top 10 right now. The 90C machine started dead last in the field, had to work his way through the B main event. That's Christiani.
Smooth running car too. All right, let's take a look here. Dustin Ash is your leader. 2nd spot, Lenny White. 3rd, the 75 of Doss. 4th place, Holmes in the number 21 machine. 5th place, Trevor Huddleston. 6th place, the 7 of Gregson. 7th place, Bird in the 24. 8th place, Bischofberger in the 66. 9th, the 10 machine of Johnson. And 10th, Christiani and the 90C machine.
Tommy, you mentioned the 83 machine. We just got a couple of notes. Braden Havens, I guess, was fighting brake issues before the break. So they were working on that. He's getting pressure from Newhouse right now, and probably sees that the leaders are coming.
Time to go.
Also, the 07 was overheating before the break. 07 car.
These 2 cars at risk of going a lap down. Leaders are in the screen now.
Wade Bland. As Tommy mentioned, we ended up losing our lap counter.
Newhouse up high, letting the leaders go. Havens will be the next car to go a lap down in the number 83 machine.
But I have good news, Race Monitor is on our side tonight. 50 laps to go at the line.
Battle here, Johnson to the inside of the number 08 machine.
So Tommy Havens down a lap. You mentioned the 76 machine of Rock going down a lap. There's Justin Johnson in that 17 machine. Hanging out just outside the top 10. He's been fighting an uphill battle all night.
Correct.
And it all seemed to have started with that contact that gave him the rub. Beasley, Tommy, was looking strong earlier, but he's slipping back.
Gets passed by Bland in the 07.
Yeah, so the 27 of Beasley losing positions here. He's now going to get a lot of heat from the 17 of Justin Johnson.
Fun to see Johnson have to work his way through. I know it's not the race that he wanted. He's the most dominant driver in the Super Late Model Series this year at the Vegas Bullring. But when it comes to these big events, Jeffrey, it's not always the best driver to take home the win.
Tommy,
all the time, I should say.
Do you smell what I smell?
I do smell a rear end cooking, and it's not one of ours because we haven't eaten in a long time.
No, we haven't. Down one lap is now the 20 of Stan Mullis. Started 19th on the grid. Had to fight his way into the heats. Ooh, a little bumper action from Trevor Huddleston to Eric Holmes. That shifts the 21 to the high side. Huddleston to the inside.
Braxton to the inside now of Holmes.
It's a battle for the 4th spot.
Oh, look at Bird with the charge to the inside.
Bird sees an opening. He's going to take it. Or at least take advantage of it. Tommy, with all this battling going on with these drivers around the 4th, 5th, 6th positions, the leaders are putting a clinic right now on the field.
Yes.
They have lap up to the 15th spot. I should say the 15th place will be the next car to go a lap down. That is Beasley in the 27.
Top 2 on the screen. White in the 99 second.
Oh, on the front straightaway. 83. Loaded up. Braden Havens may have been the one having the rear end issue.
Maybe. Oh, and off the track and into the wall. The 07. Are we going to see a yellow? I can't tell you if it actually hit the wall or not, but the scoreboard's back. So whatever Bland hit made the scoreboard come back to life.
Well, thank you, Bland. Tommy, that was a wild exit for Bland.
Yeah, 2 cars. I thought he caught a piece of the wall. I'm not too sure he did it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I thought he spun out going in the pit area. A lot of people jumped up, and it looked like you said, no caution tells me that we're good. I see smoke coming out of Dennis Rock's car, Tommy. That might be the rear end we're smelling.
He's slowing down.
Down the back straightaway.
Look at the brake rotors glowing on the 50 machine. Who goes inside. Sorry for my ADHD there.
There is Rock's smoke, Tommy. If that thing's going to start putting fluid down, we could see a yellow come from it.
Very true.
Beasley's gone down a lap in 15th. The 08 machine now 1 lap down. They are going to fight. There will be fighting to see how about this battle for position.
Yeah.
They are fighting for the lucky dog. So just because you go a lap down, you're not out of it. 08, Chase Hansen. And the next car to go down a lap, the 70 machine of Chris Trickle.
Rock is still smoking that 76.
Yeah, we got 35 laps to go. Lap 115 on the board. Black flag is in the hands of the flagman, likely going to come out for that 76 machine. Christiani bounces his door off of the 76 of Rock, and the black flag does come out for Dennis Rock.
Well, Jeffrey, I'm trying to scan this field to see what the action is.
Oh, Rock is way off the pace, Tommy. He slowed it down. Got to be careful about this.
I think it
As
finally
your
let
leaders
go.
come through, White is closing in on Ash.
He's gonna pull it off. Ash is under fire from Lenny White.
What I love about this is these 2 drivers have run away from the field, but hello. Now remember, Ash spun out. We thought it was the end of his race when he spun it out, but somehow, by some miracle, got minimal damage when he spun in the oil. Oh, Lenny White throws it in hard out of turn number 4. Side by side into turn number 1. Does Ash have an issue?
I think he might, Jeffrey. That 11 machine going back.
He's driving it like it's sideways, Tommy.
Could this be something very similar to what Chris Klein had dealt with? He's off the pace.
30 laps to go.
He's literally losing time on the exit of the corners. Is the 11 down a cylinder?
Or did he run his tires too hard?
It was an instant change, though.
There was.
Take a listen, Jeffrey. Next time by, it sounds like that engine is sour.
Could it be more bad luck for Dustin Ash, that 11 machine, the local boy out here?
Take a listen. I don't know, it's hard to tell.
I don't know, Tommy. to keep tabs on that, but he's lost touch with
Yeah.
Lenny White. And it was weird because White closed in really quick on him on exit of that
And then
turn
you
4.
saw that Lenny White was like, wait a minute, and he slammed on the gas and got a little piece of the 11, but no harm, no foul.
Dustin Ash must know that there's going to be a caution coming out soon, and he's like, I'll get him on the restart.
Bischofberger gets by Huddleston.
And now Newhouse, how about that climb for the 46 machine?
I think Newhouse is left down.
I think you're right.
But you have race monitor and I don't.
Rod Johnson Jr. trying to work his way around. Yeah, Newhouse is left down. My bad.
Huddleston now stuck up high.
Interesting that Huddleston's losing spots to
I think he lost his brakes, Jeffrey. Remember, he was glowing those rotors a few laps ago, and he is slipping back. He might have lost the brake pedal on that 50 machine.
You can see they're sparking under there when he's getting on them. We have 23 laps to go. We've seen the development here with White taking the lead, but Tommy, Ash hasn't lost any more touch with them as they go into turn number 1. And the next car to go down a lap, one of the favorites for this event, though champion of 2016 in this division, Justin Johnson. Oh, off the pace is Beasley on the back straightaway.
He's going to cut it into the infield.
21 laps to go.
Talk about attrition, Jeffrey. I told you so.
Here it comes. So, I mean, this is the part of the race. Really see it start to add up. Oh, almost contact between Johnson and Ash. You feeling it?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Lenny White's our leader, the 99 machine. In second is Dustin Ash.
Huddleston dropping like a rock. He's going a lap down this time by.
Third place is the 75 of Doss. Fourth place, Noah Gregson in the 7 machine. Fifth place, Joey Bird in the 24. Well, we had a lot of cars on the lead lap. Tommy, though, I will say the one thing we haven't really seen, a lot of yellows. We talked about how this is typically a portion of the race that we see a lot of attrition. We're just seeing some good racing here.
Yeah, we are.
Lenny White has 17 laps to go to take it home. Trevor Huddleston falls a lap down.
Christiani making a move now on the inside of R.J. Johnson. Battle through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, the battle for the 8th spot. Christiani will take it. Bischofberger getting around Eric Holmes down the back straightaway. 66 machine. Passing the 21 of Holmes. Holmes was fast in qualifying, Tommy. And he's been a force, don't get it wrong. He's been up there contending. But Lenny White and Dustin Ash have just been romping on the field.
Yes, they have been. Checked out every restart.
But we still have 15 laps to go. Anything can happen.
And we've
seen it. We've seen it get to this point, Tommy. We saw Ryan Reed leading this race a few years ago. There was no challenge. We knew Ryan Reed was going to win this race. And next thing you knew, drove right into the back of a lapper that had sudden issues in front of him.
Yeah.
Done. Out. You never know. If Ash didn't piss off his tires, Tommy, that car's driving sideways for fun.
He just wants to go back to the legend car routes.
Yes. Hey, how about this? Exchange for the 3rd position. Noah Gregson pulled a quick one on Jeremy Doss. That 7 machine up to 3rd.
Well, I wonder if a caution, how much that would change this race, if there was one.
How about lap traffic for your leader? Because he's going into a lot. Rod Johnson Jr. goes wide, going to give room to the leader. He's running in the 9th position. Christiani just ahead in the 8th spot in the 90C.
Fantastic work by Christiani, Jeffrey, in the 90C. Remember, we told you, all on here.
I don't think he's done yet. Just ahead of him is the 21 of Holmes, the 66 of Bischofberger. He can get up to the 6th spot here, even though he's trying to hold off your leader, Lenny White. And suddenly, Gregson is off the pace of the 7 machine on the front straightaway. Noah Gragson off the track. He was running in the 3rd position with 9 laps to go. Anything can happen in a short track race. This is why you never leave. You never write the check before the checkered flag flies.
Unbelievable. Falls out of the top 5.
Do you smell that?
I smell more rear end, Jeffrey. I was taking a look at Bird, and the number 24. He's on an island all by himself. Remember, he started 15th on the field.
Someone's rear end is starting to go. Could have been the car we just saw pull off. Gragson, another car a lap down. It's Eric Holmes. Here comes Christiani for another position. He wants Bischoff burgers. He's looking for a 6th place. If Christiani can get around Eric Holmes, Tommy, he will somehow pull off a 5th place finish from transferring, being the last transfer of the last main. Oh, that's right! And contact into the turn! Christiani gets turned, so does Mullis. The caution comes out with 5 laps to go. A Saturday night shootout, and we ain't done! Hi.
All for naught. Is all I can say for Christiani.
It's not done yet.
No, it's not. But wow. And then you have Mullis. He was just innocent bystander. Mullis was like, what did I do? We ain't done, like you said.
We ain't done. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we aren't done. That was, Tommy, that was 2 drivers not willing to give enough room to make it past lap traffic. Christiani and Bischofberger. Hey, Christiani's already passed the whole field. I'm pretty sure he's like, 5 laps? Okay.
No problem.
No problem.
What a bummer for Christiani, Jeffrey.
Well, I mean, the good news is that there's so many cars a lap down. He only lost. Oh, actually, no, I forgot, though. Christiani is a lap down himself. So, yeah, there's going to be a few positions lost in that one. Back on track is Noah Gragson, by the way. The 7 machine may have had a tire issue. Something quick happened. And, of course, Gragson's issue happens 4 laps before we have a caution.
Yeah, right? Well, we're taking a look at a replay here. Bischofberger and Christiani duking it out.
You see those rear brakes just glowing on the 90.
And then Bischofberger to the inside.
Mullis is just like, hey, yeah, go on the inside.
And Mullis, yeah, he just gets tagged there.
Man, you said, though, Christiani was fighting for a 6th place. Had 5th place in his view.
I'm going to back it up here.
So they're still working the yellow.
We can see him unspin.
Oh, this
I'm
is
taking
what
a look at.
Christiani wants to see.
I wanted to see everybody take evasive action here.
I got to give credit to the officials, by the way. Typically, we see a spotter stand or, where the officials have to negotiate with them.
We're all up in the grandstands.
We are, and these guys are going upstairs, downstairs, jumping benches, trying to find their spotter. So I got to give credit to those guys. What a great weekend this has been, Tommy. The last 5 laps, but it's been phenomenal. Last night really was our caution-filled night. We saw more cautions tonight, but in the mix of it all, really good racing. Gotta love this event.
I love it. We love coming out here. We're happy we can bring us and all of our equipment out here for you to enjoy.
You've been a fun group of viewers we've had here tonight. So thank you all for joining us. Really hope that you guys are enjoying the show. Rod Johnson Jr. looks like he returns from the pit area.
How many laps did you say left to go? I mean, I heard you hooping and hollering about 5 to go, but you said 5 laps to go?
5 laps to go. Dustin Ash has one more shot at it, Tommy. Could it be that Ash's car, he just found out, was not that good on long runs? That could be a short-run car.
Very true.
Because he did lose. He lost the lead. It looked like he was off the pace. Maybe Lenny White just said, nope, on this lap, I'm going. And Ash suddenly had to compensate for that. You see the damage on the right front of the 11. He's had his share.
Yes, he has.
Of moments in this.
I was going to point out Bischofberger going to the back. So he's getting the black flag.
He's getting the boot.
The stick. Jeffrey?
The stick.
45 cars showed up for this spot right here.
And this is why. This is the exact reason we had 45 cars show up for it. It was a chance to take the victory in this race, Tommy. The Fall Classic here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway Bullring. You know, you talk about good racing that happens all around this facility. They got the drag strip, the dirt track where there's a big show coming in just a couple weeks. You got the big track, 1.5 miles. We see NASCAR racing there, stock cars, all the good stuff. But here we are.
But we're here.
But we're
at the Bullring. We're at the Bullring, man.
And this is a happening track, a happening event. And Tommy, like we said, we missed this event last year.
Yeah,
we've seen it a number of years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I ever saw you post a recap from this event.
Yeah.
To music.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like,
on the way back when.
Yeah. I was like, man, there's no way that I can miss this event.
And funny enough, we used to come for the Camping World Truck Series races out here. That was our racing vacation, if you will. We'd travel out here for the Truck Series race. And then much similar to now, it was only a couple weeks later, this Fall Classic, we decided let's go to the short track race, and we've been here ever since.
You ready? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 laps to go. Lap 145 of 150. Lenny White's our leader. Dustin Ash wants it. Doss is now back in contention. Green flag flies. And look at the move by Holmes on Bird into turn number 1. Oh, Doss is way sideways, holds onto it. Holmes tries to avoid it. To the inside goes Johnson.
3 wide into turn number 3. This is the craziest battle to watch. Justin Johnson on the charge as well. And like before, Laney White opening up a lead over second spot Ash.
Yep. Johnson is a lap down. Want to mention that, the Tim machine. But they are just rooting and gouging in the last 3 laps of this event, Tommy. Lenny White has shown that he's got the speed. He's worked his way to the front. He got past Ash, and we all thought he passed Ash so fast that Ash had a problem. How about the third place car?
Oh, contact. Christiani gets into the back.
He's got a hammer, and he's going to use it.
Yeah, who the hell cares at this point? It's just body glass, it's fiberglass. And you know what? He's got the whole off season to worry about.
Absolutely. White flag is in the air for Lenny White. The big battle here is going to be the one for third. Bird trying to hold off Doss. Doss lost the spot. He looked to the inside. Some contact down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4, he had a fast car. He made it work. He wins it again. Lenny White, the 99 machine, takes the win, and Bischofberger spins it. And we have issues out of turn number 4, a single car incident. Lenny White. Tommy does something that not a lot of drivers have done.
Back to back.
Back to back. Oh my goodness.
What a Fall Classic.
That's how we do it here at the Las Vegas Fall Classic at the Bullring.
Thank you all for being with us here all weekend long. If you're just here for tonight, well, hey, thank you too.
Next time you can join us for the whole weekend.
Absolutely.
See how these drivers got to this point. Holy cow, Tommy, 150 laps of action, and it did not disappoint.
No, not at all. Unbelievable. Hey, I would encourage all of you to come and join us in the stands or on the property next year for this Fall Classic.
There are the donuts of the champion of the Fall Classic.
Back-to-back champion.
And he backs it in.
And now 15 grand richer.
That's got to feel good. He should put half of that on the slots. Maybe all on red.
Why not? That's money he's going home with that he never had before.
Well, as he climbs out, as he gets ready to get the trophy, your top 5 finishers: Lenny White in the 99 machine, the 11 of Dustin Ash, the 24 of Joey Bird, 75 of Jeremy Doss gets 4th, and the 21 of Eric Holmes brings it home 5th. 5 cars finish on the lead lap in this one.
Told you so. Told you
there
after
he
75.
Let's go trackside to Hannah Ricker.
Your winner, Lenny White, climbs out of his car. He's pumping his fist. He's thanking the man.
He looks exhausted, though. He looks like he worked for that one.
He better look exhausted, otherwise I'd be disappointed.
And he's hugging the pit boss as well. Lenny White.
He did it again. Tommy, I'd like to do a rundown. This is unofficial.
Okay.
This is off race monitor here. 6th place on back, at least 1 lap down, the number 10 machine of Rod Johnson. 7th place was the 17X of Justin Johnson. That's what you call fighting.
Fighting back.
All night
Yep.
long. Gets a 7th place finish. The 50 machine finishing 8th is Trevor Huddleston. Chris Trickle in the 70. At one point was falling back. He holds on for a 9th place finish. Trevor Christiani, that 90C machine, Tommy, still comes home with a top 10 finish.
Yep.
Never say die.
Mm-hmm.
Started 24th. He had to work his way through the B main. Still comes home the highest finishing B main bomber of the race. Just behind him, another guy who had to transfer through the B main, the 08 machine of Jace Hansen, finishing 11th. 12th place was the 66B of Jeff Bischofberger, as we saw how his race ended, smoking over in turn number
Yeah.
4.
Uh-huh.
John Newhouse in the 46 brings it home 13th. 14th was the 7 machine of Noah Gregson, finishing 3 laps down after his issues. We saw Stan Mullis, the number 20 machine, finish 15th. The 16th place finisher was a driver who did not finish, the 27 of Jay Beasley. 76 of Dennis Rock also, we saw that car smoking it down, finished the 17th. Wade Bland, the 07 with the most exciting exit
of the night.
finishing 18th. 19th place went to the 83 of Brayton Havens, another car with a mechanical issue. Taylor Riddle, Tommy, in that 15 car, finishing 20th place. I know that we saw the flat tire on that car, but it looks like it had to have been a bigger issue than just the flat
Something
tire.
tells me, it could be under the chassis part that, but what a weird, I guess what a perfect time to lose a tire. But also, what a weird time, too.
Because
no warning.
According to this here, he did pull it off just after the halfway break.
Yeah.
I know he made it back on to complete, but see what happens. And as you mentioned, the other Riddle, Owen Riddle, the number 10 machine, finishing 21st. With his issues, we don't know exactly what happened there. Then we had a couple cars take some big hits. In the 23rd spot was the 34th place finisher of Kaylee Barker and Chris Klein. Like I said, this is unofficial because according to Race Monitor, Daryl Midgley in the 81 car finished 45th. So I don't think we penalized Daryl that much.
Uh-huh.
But I'm pretty sure actually it should be Chris Klein finishing 24th. Oh yeah, and Midgley finished 22nd.
That makes sense.
But according to Race Monitor, 45th.
I see that. Uh-huh.
That's what he gets from racing from Canada. Tommy, an incredible weekend.
I had a lot of fun.
Oh, it lived up to what we were hoping it would, and it's not even we need to hope. This racing always fun to see at the Bullring. We certainly hope to at least make it back for one event that we'll probably join in on the fun, and see at the end of 2016. They still have another racer if you're in the area. Check your calendars. Come on out to the Bullring. Check out this facility. It's a lot of fun. Great people running it, Tommy. They really, one thing you don't hear a lot about here, and it's refreshing, is you do not hear people complaining about, oh, the officials this, or oh, race control that. The drivers know. When you're on the Richter scale, you don't mess around.
No, you don't fool around on the Richter scale. With that, everybody, we thank you for joining us all weekend long. We thank you for joining us tonight. And, hey, if you want to, we can join us on Fremont Street. That's where we're going now.
Oh, yeah. Good luck to us.
Good luck to us. Thank you all for being a part of this Fall Classic 2016 with us. And guess what? Lenny White's pulling off the track. That means we're going to film the last lap, half lap, quarter lap of the night.
That's it. I'm Jeffrey Best, Tommy Mason. It was a wild night. It was a wild weekend. It was fun. We certainly hope to be back next year to see it again with all you viewers. Folks, that's a wrap here at the 2016 Fall Classic, the Senators Cup Fall Classic. 15 grand just went into the pocket of Lenny White. Tommy, that's a wrap.
Hey, you know what we say at the end of the nights? We will see you at the races. Good night, everybody.
Good night.